Hey team, Sam McNeil here from SongDivision. Now look, no matter where you are in the world right now, you're no doubt facing some pretty big challenges, especially when it comes to things like social distancing and self-isolating. Look, during this time, maintaining a sense of balance and positivity and connection is more important than ever. So, over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through some of the amazing science behind music and what makes it such a great medium to connect with others while staying positive and balanced. And then I'm going to provide you with some great examples of how you can incorporate music into your personal and professional lives to help strengthen bonds, boost creativity, and increase happiness. Because who doesn't want to be happy? But before we get into it, a little bit about me. I'm the general manager of SongDivision in the UK and Europe. I've spent the last 14 years traveling around the world, helping organizations come together and unite around their purpose, while motivating their teams and helping them communicate things like their core values, goals, and strategies. I've also got a Bachelor of Music Studies, majoring in classical voice, and since I can remember, I've been playing in bands and collaborating with other musicians across all genres, from hip-hop to folk to dance to rock. So not only have I been fortunate enough to share the power of music with others, I've used music myself to maintain a sense of balance, positivity, and happiness in my own life. Okay, let's get into this. Now, as I mentioned before, there's some pretty amazing science out there around music and the brain. So I'm going to touch on three main points right now. Firstly, when we get stressed, our brain produces a hormone called cortisol. That puts us in what we call the fight or flight mode. Cortisol really forces us into the oldest part of our brain. It's what often is known as the caveman brain. It's what we use for simple survival techniques like climbing up a tree to avoid a lion, or going into battle, or simply finding food for ourselves. Luckily for us, there's not too many lions out there roaming the streets these days, but our body still produces cortisol when we get stressed at work and at home, and it forces us back into that amygdala. To be creative, to be empathetic, to be strategic, and to feel real connection to other people, we need to get out of the amygdala and we need to get into the prefrontal cortex. The hormone oxytocin can help you do that very, very quickly. And guess what creates oxytocin? You guessed it, music, especially creating music. Simply, if you think of it like this, cortisol puts you in the amygdala, oxytocin puts you in the prefrontal cortex. Where would you rather be? The second thing I want to talk about is social bonds. So if you go back millions of years to when our ancestors were chimpanzees roaming the earth, or if you go to the zoo now, you will notice that they sit next to each other and they pick bugs off each other's backs. Now, that's not just a grooming technique that they're doing to make sure that they all look great. Actually, what they're doing, and when they do that, what's happening is they're releasing dopamine in their brains. Dopamine is incredibly effective for helping us create very strong social bonds. Now, again, luckily for us, that's not the only way to release dopamine, so we don't need to go over to our friend's house and pull bugs off their backs. Do you want to know another way to do it? Listening to music, performing music, and writing music is another incredible way to release dopamine and strengthen social bonds. The third thing I want to do is talk about music and memory and how the two are inextricably linked. Now, I don't need to go into the science of this too much. All I simply need to do is ask you, tell me what you had for dinner last Wednesday night. I don't know about you, but that would take me a long time to answer, if I could answer it at all. But what if I said to you, sing me the first song that you ever learned in preschool? I can guarantee that 90% of you could do that on the spot. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that pretty incredible, that music can evoke these emotions and memories almost instantly, so that when we sing our favorite song from back in high school, we can almost trick our minds into simulating the happiness we felt back then, again providing us with those positivity boosts that we all need from time to time. Okay, I'm now going to provide some fun ways you can bring music into your everyday life at home. Number one, attend a virtual concert. There's so many websites doing this at the moment, from MTV's Unplugged at Home to Stageit.com to Global Citizen, who are doing together at home concerts where famous artists are jumping online and doing live performances via Facebook and other social media platforms. And you can even request a song, which is pretty cool. Why do we do this? Well, believe it or not, live virtual concerts, even though you're not in the same room with other people, do strengthen bonds. Number two, listen to your favorite album in full. That's right, go grab your favorite CD, tape, vinyl, and put it on and sit back and listen to the album in full. There's a reason artists used to release albums, and that's because they were considered a body of work and they're meant to be a journey. So sit back and allow yourself the time to become fully immersed in that work of art. Why? Because albums have the incredible ability to help us evoke happy memories from our past. Number 3, listen to and create inspiring playlists with your friends and colleagues. I've heard a great example of a company that are all sharing their favorite albums to work to, and they're creating their own curated playlist. I think it's a great idea. The reason we want you to do this is that creating, listening to, and sharing playlists with your friends and colleagues helps create those social bonds and connects with others. Finally, get creative and make some noise. That's right. I'm suggesting that you write a song or even a little poem. Don't worry about how good or bad it is. No one will ever have to see it or hear it. Better yet, do some simple breathing and humming exercises like a siren. Just like this. Take a nice deep breath and then hum a siren. See, you can't do that without smiling. Go one step further and even sing a scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gets your voice warm, gets your brain thinking, gets you concentrating, and starts unlocking creativity in your own mind, which can only positively affect mindfulness. That's it from me. If you'd like any more information about how you can use music to stay connected, maintain balance, and increase happiness, or if you'd like to find out more about SongDivision and the work we do, then please give me a shout. Before I go, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I've written a little song about everything we just discussed. And it goes a little something like this. Well, times are crazy, times are tough, and before things get better, they're gonna be a little bit rough. But there's some simple things that you can do to keep you balanced and help you get through. You need music in your life, and there's so many ways to feel connected and brighten up your day. It's so important that you look after yourself. So here's a few tips that I'm sure will help. Check out an online gig or put your favorite album on. Yeah, have a little boogie and sing along. Do some simple warm-ups, yeah, breathe and hum. Or contact us and we can even write a little song. You need music in your life in so many ways to feel connected and brighten up your day. What's important is your mental health. So promise us at SongDivision you will look after yourself. Stay safe, everyone.